There is a moment you never notice. It is not when you fail. It is not when you quit. It is not when you feel weak. It is the 7 seconds after you decide to change. In those 7 seconds, your entire future is either built or silently destroyed. And the terrifying part, you don't even realize it's happening. Think about your life for a second. How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow. This time is different. I am serious now." You felt it deeply. You meant it completely. You believed it fully. But then something strange happens. The moment passes, not in hours, not in days, in seconds. You open your phone, you lie back down. You distract yourself, you forget what you promised. And life continues exactly the same. Here is the truth nobody explains. Your life does not change because you don't know what to do. Your life does not change because you are lazy. Your life does not change because you lack potential. Your life changes because you collapse in the first few seconds after decision. That is the invisible battlefield. Not motivation, not discipline, not talent. Just 7 seconds of hesitation. Listen carefully. Discipline is not built in gyms, not in libraries, not in morning routines. Discipline is built in micro moments. When you decide to act, and your mind says later, and you obey anyway. When you feel resistance, and you move anyway. When you are not ready, but you start anyway. Because here is the truth, your brain does not fear hard work. It fears the transition from thinking to doing. That tiny gap is where most people die mentally. Not physically, but as their potential. You don't need a new life. You need to win the first 7 seconds. Because after that, momentum takes over. You wake up, you feel it again. That thought, today I will change. You sit up, you feel slightly powerful. You imagine a better version of yourself. Then it begins, the hesitation. You look at your phone, just for a second. You think, I'll start after scrolling. I'll begin after breakfast. I'll do it when I feel ready. And just like that, the version of you that wanted to change gets replaced by the version that always delays. This is not weakness. This is unconscious surrender, a silent agreement with comfort. Every time you delay action in those first seconds, you are not resting, you are rewriting your identity. Now imagine something different. Imagine you break the pattern. Not with motivation, not with inspiration, but with speed. The moment you think, I should do it, you move. No negotiation, no discussion, no waiting, just action. Because the truth is simple, your life does not follow your thoughts. Your life follows your fastest response to your thoughts. There will be days when your mind feels heavy. Days when nothing feels worth it. Days when everything inside you says, not today. And those are the most dangerous days. Because you don't fail loudly on those days. You fail quietly, by waiting, by postponing, by taking a break that never ends, and slowly. The gap between who you are and who you could be starts growing. Not in one moment, but in thousands of small delays. Let this sink in. You are not stuck because life is hard. You are stuck because your actions are delayed reactions. One day you will notice something painful. It was never about motivation, because you had motivation. It was never about knowledge, because you knew what to do. It was never about opportunity, because opportunities came. It was about one thing. You did not move when it mattered most. In the first few seconds, and those seconds don't announce themselves. They don't feel important, but they decide everything. Now listen closely. There is a version of you that already exists, not in the future, not in imagination, but buried under hesitation. That version doesn't negotiate, doesn't delay, doesn't wait for feelings. It acts immediately, even when it doesn't feel perfect. That version of you is not built in big moments. It is built in tiny decisions, 7 seconds at a time. And here is the shift. You stop trying to become disciplined. You start becoming responsive, because discipline is not a personality. It is a reaction speed. So from now on, pay attention to the gap. The moment you think, I should, count it. 1, 2, 3. And move before 7, because after 7, your old identity takes over. Your excuses become louder. Your comfort wins again. But before 7, you still have control. Don't wait for clarity. Don't wait for the perfect version of yourself, because that version is not coming. And the next time you decide to change, don't prove it with words. Prove it in 7 seconds. Because that is where your life is either repeated or rewritten.